Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Sadasiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmatacharya Parjandam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Sagana Vavatu Sakana Punattu Sakaviryam Karabhavahai Tejasvina Vadidamastuma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvataya Mritave Brahma Vidyacharya Nachikedasecha. Good morning. So we are in the Tritiya Valli of Prathama Adhyaya, the third section of the first chapter of Kathopanishad. If you recall, in the first, we will summarize it today and then we will complete it with the remaining 3 mantras. In the purpose of Kathopanishad in the Prathama Adhyaya is to give a story, a historical context of an young boy aspiring to achieve Atma Jnanam, Nachiketas. And in the first chapter, with 29 verses, mantras, the story was set. Nachiketas asked these boons to Lord of Death. You know what the boons are. You must remember those boons. First one is, what is that vidya that you need, Vaidika vidya that you need to attain the so-called swargas. For that, the Agni Vidya, Yamadharmaraja taught him and called it Nachiketa Agni. Even today, forever, that path of karmas is called Nachiketa Agni Vidya. Of course, then he asked this for the Paropakaram. That is not his motive. He is not interested in the Swargas because he knows it, that is temporary. But he asked for Lokashemam, Paropakaram. Then, of course, second verse, second boon he asked for to relieve his father from the agony of anxiety of cursing him to death, and he can go back to him. And that was given. So these two boons are given in the first 15, 16 mantras, and it is finished. Then he asked the third boon. The third boon is what people are saying about someone who dies in this world. Do they exist or not exist? What is the essence of life? For that, Yamadharmaraja did not give in the first Valli an answer. He, in fact, tried to dissuade him. Why are you asking all this kind of thing? Just go and enjoy. I'll give you this and that. Many life, many kingdoms, many wives, many children. But this stubborn boy, Jignasu, a mumukshutvam he has got to get liberation, persisted that I want that which gives me the freedom. Then we went to the second chapter. The second chapter, Yamadharmaraja started. We had some 25 mantras. How he started that? He started still testing Nachiketas. Nachiketa, this life has got two different lifestyles for you. One, to enjoy create, prosper through vrittis, called prayers. Take that path, and then I will give you all these instructions to prosper in the path. Or you can follow Shreyas, which is the ultimate path for perfection, which even the Devas are hesitant to take. So then he explained what is Shreyas, what is Shreyas. We've gone through that. And then we understand that prayers gives you the sukham in this life and hereinafter. Sukham comes with dukkham. Therefore, it's a way, it's a samsaram. Shreyas is other way, it takes away to liberation. Then he said in the second chapter, well, to get this one, he must get a guru's kripa. So then he praised about who is a guru, who is a sishya, what is shishtacharam. So all that. So the Guru Mahima was talked about it. Then he said, the reason that you need a guru, because the answer to a third boon is Atma Jnanam, Atma Bodham, self-realization, getting to know who you really are. The subtlest of science requires a light that indicates, because it is not something you acquire new, but you realize that you have it. It's called Chitta Vastu, which is you already have it. But Nachiketan realized this teacher is beating around the bush. I asked a question, straight away he must give me the answer. Maybe he is testing me more, but let me rephrase the question to him. And before he rephrases, tell me, what is that which transcends? This is a very important mantra. It's verse 14 in the second chapter. What is that transcends both dharma and adharma? So this is the cusp of Bhagavad Gita. When the Bhagavad Gita ends and says, in the 18th chapter, transcend all the dharmas. So once you achieved this prayer's life, you will be forever beyond the clutches of papa and punya, adharma and dharma. So he said, oh teacher, come straight to the point. I am not interested in the prayers definition and all that. I know this is dharma, dharma, vivakara. I don't want this avastha. Tell me that which is transcending both dharma and adharma. Now the teacher knows, okay, this boy is pretty good. He got Shraddha, Vairagyam, Vivekam. But as he got the steadfast intellect to hold on to it, then he says, this is the beauty of a great teacher. Sometimes you get frustrated with the great teachers because they don't tell you exactly what you're looking for, but they keep on telling you something so that you can look for something better. Beat around the bush. The second chapter, we then got from Yamadharmaraja through Nachiketas the importance of Omkara Upasana. But the question he asks for, he is giving a means. Like, for example, how do I go to Mount Everest? And the coach says, run for 2 hours in the garden every day. What is God? It's not the right answer, but he is equipping you to get fit. Same way he said, Omkara Upasana, You and I should take it as Upasana first. Omkara Upasana comes later. Why is he saying this? See, what we are doing in this maybe 30, 40, 50 classes, what we are doing is called Jnana Yajnam. This is the Jnana Margam. We are traveling, pursuing a journey where Jnanam is the goal, Jnanam is the means. Now, this path is like a racer's edge. It's a very difficult path to tread. It may be interesting intellectually, but to get attracted to that, you must have the Guru Kripa, Purujanma Punya. Otherwise, this path will not happen. The very reason that we are able to listen to this Veda mantras, Veda mantra Patavicharam, consistently week after week, day after day. And if any of you in your heart longs for it, I always long for listening to this kind of stuff. So when you long for it, as if, a young lady is lovingly looking forward to her husband, like that kind of a prema, when you develop it, when it comes that means you get more and more mokshutvam. So when you take this, but if you are arriving at that path, which means you already acquired the mental purity. So the mental purity is a foremost qualification to do Veda Dhyanam and Veda Vicharam. The purity is a reason you come to the Vedanta classes. But to attain the purity, of course, you have to do your karma anushtanam, nitya karmas, avoid the nishita karmas, perform seva, perform service, do the puja, do the upasanas. So when you do all these prayers and upasanas, your mind get purer and purer. Then you naturally long about the meaning of what you're doing upasana. Then the Omkara Upasana comes. So that's how he brought that in. So he said, do the Omkara Upasana. Then he said, this boy, Nachiketas, for him, the door is open. That means he now confirms that he is a fit student. So I can give it to him. Like giving a surgical knife to a monkey, what will happen? It'll just harm itself and harm everybody else. So the Guru knows I can give it to him. Then he's giving a taste of this reaching the peak. So he started giving the answer, that is the Atma, in a paradoxical words. It stands and it moves. It is small, it is big. It is light, it is dark. We saw all the kind of a very mystical, fantastical language. It's because it is indescribable. He said that. And then he finished the second chapter with a warning. If you don't do this, if you don't take this path of Shreyas, you will be in the clutches of my hand, death. This is the second chapter. Then we come to the third chapter. Third Valli. This third Valli, where he is giving the Atma Jnanam, Atma Swarupa. Again, you see, this is where I think the compassion comes in, because this path is so dangerous, not dangerous, so beautifully focused path with very limited area for leverage to get out anywhere. So it is giving you, even if you halfway stop it, what you learned is going to give you in your ordinary life. So he set the scene by starting with, if you remember the first verse, Rutam Bibantau Sukrutasya Loke Guham Prabhishtau Parame Prarte Chayad Bau Brahma Vido Vadanti. So he said, in everybody, that means what you're looking for, Nachiketas, it's also in you, in me, in everybody else. In everything else, in everything inside, there is Ishvara and Jiva, Paramatma and Jivatma, or entering or there. As an example of Chaya, the bow. Jivatma is a shadow, Paramatma is a light. Now, the reason he started this way, because don't look for anything outside, it is inside. Therefore, don't look for a new thing you're going to get in your hand as a result of the study, but a new realization in you. But the realization is going to be very tricky if you don't understand it, but very easy if you understand it, because it's like a light and the darkness, binary, this or that, very clear. But if you don't understand, it is a gray, pradosham. Then he said, the second verse, he said, if you start towards the world, that means you are going away from the light. If you start towards the light, it is Shreyas, you are going towards the light. The shadow, which is you, in imagination of you, when you go towards the light, the shadow becomes small and small and small, and it disappears. When you go away, it grows in size, it spreads in manifold. You can see when you walk away from the sun, you can see. So if I need to destroy my notional self, I need to walk towards the light. Now the light, I see it in the Surya Namaskaram, in the Chandi Homam, in Radha Kalyanam, in Krishna, everywhere I see outside. But then here it gives the simplest answer, it is inside. So yes, Sedur Ijaranam Aksharam Brahmet Param Abhayam Tivishadam Param Nachiketam Sakemik. In second verse he said, you are taking a journey, Nachiketas. The journey has got two paths. A bhogam, prayers, yogam, shreyas. Walking away from the light, walking towards the light. So you and I will think, so do I have to give up everything? Should I not do my office work? Is it not going away from the light? No. You must understand, wherever you go, the light is with you. When I go to office, when I go watch a movie, when I am with my friends, I'm dealing with the world, but not away from the light, because I am the light in me. The light is the Sat. I am a Satsangi. I am in Satsangam. Satsangam is not just having respectable people together. That's a Satsangam, right? Physically. But real Satsangam is you are always within yourself. So you can see there is always this kind of escape from this strict path to enjoy life, but be there. You have to be knowing where you are going. That thinking of the self, that I am going towards my own true self in all my actions, is called Adhyatma Vidya. I am paraphrasing it, but I'm bringing it to a summary for you to understand. Adhyatma Vidya is the orientation of yourself to always to know your true self in all actions that you do. Does not matter, you're a sannyasi, a grihastha, doesn't matter. If you are not doing it in any lifestyle, you are not in the path of Atmajnana. Of course, To be in that orientation, you need a pure mind, drada buddhi, chitta shuddhi. That is why all these things comes in karmas, upasana. If you do Sandhya Vandanam, for example, what is the prayojanam of Sandhya Vandanam? Nothing. Zero prayojanam. What? It is. But if you don't do it, you have a problem. That's how you should look at it. The problem is it gives you pratyabhava. It gives you delusion. It gives you vritti arodha, quantum, deluded mind, confusion, vikshepam. But when you are doing the Sandhya Vandanam or for these three, puja, Deepa puja. So that's what he said. Then he went on to remind us from the verse 3 to 9 in the mantra, Atmanam Radidam Vitti Shariram Ratamevatu. I think the 3 and 4 you should always remember. It's a beautiful mantra. Buddhintu Saradim Viddhi Manak Brahmevacha. So you Nachiketa, oh Jiva, you are traveling, you understand now. You want to travel towards the light. You can also travel towards the world. For the traveling, I am giving you the car, the wonderful chariot called body, your physical body. You need this. Now, if you understand this, don't neglect your body. Don't look at some virakta somewhere doing tapas, not eating anything. They are on a different plane. Yeah, they are different. For us, the body is an important instrument. Keep it nourished, keep it healthy. Because if you're not able to sit down for half an hour, you cannot do yogas. So this body is your chariot. But the body is inert. It is driven by the senses. The senses are very dangerous. They're only looking outwards. See, look at the ears. They open, they hear everything else. But look at the grace of God. The hearing capacity of the ears, if it includes hearing of what is happening inside the body, we'll be in hell. Because a huge machinery works inside. Blood is surging out. Plasma is running around everywhere. The nerve signals are going here and there. The bones are cracking. Muscles are aching. Everything creates noise. You don't hear anything. See? So God has given the instrument to listen to the world where you deal with. Then you realize that all these are uncontrollable if you don't have a strong mind. So the example gave the senses as the horses, body as a chariot, mind is the rein which controls it, buddhi is a driver. So we're going through all that. So the Radakalpana is given. Then he said, okay, you got the chariot now, you are in control. Now you can drive. The buddhi can drive. Oh mind, get on. Which direction you drive? If I drive towards the world all the time, here driven by the desire, not driven by karma is fine. Then you are going to realize that every destination is a mithyatvam. Every acquisition is a maya, because nothing is stable. So once you realized that the external objects I'm looking for are not worth the effort, you make a U-turn and start driving towards the inner self. Now you are going. So the Mother Raja gave all those kind of directions for us. So we were driving internally now. Then what happened? He said, if you are going inside, you will realize that this is not easy travel, because this Atma you are looking for, you said it is inside me. So for Balaji also inside him, Saraswati Mami also inside her. Are there many, many Atmas? Now, if I just go inside my journey, somehow I find something as a truth. Am I a Sarvagyan? Have I reached the ultimate? Because I really do not know what is in his or her internal part of it. Because all those interpreters of Vedas in some way says many Atmas are there. Then he said, no, Yeshu Sarveshu Bodheshu Gudo Atmana Prakaste. Drishyate. So in every body, every being, there is Atma. There's only one Atma. That's what you need to go. So it gives you comfort. You know, sometimes when you go in a first class carriage in a train, then you suddenly realize, oh, there is something called special class. Then your peace is gone. Oh, maybe that is better. No, like you're happy with the BMW until the next door buys a Lamborghini. So your BMW looks obscene because this is no good to compare, you know. But if it is exactly same, it doesn't make a difference, right? So that's why it gives you comfort. If I do the Atma Vidya, Atma Jnana Vicharam, I'm not missing out in a Sahasranama Parayanam or Chandi Homam or Rudra Egadasham or Radha Kalyanam or big Kumbhabhishekam or Tirtha Yatra. Because what is all that thing doing? Finding the same Atma in some form. Which means there's no regret at all. I don't need to go to Kashi. I don't need to go to Punya Kshetras. I don't need to do all that. As long as I am searching inside me. So you see, you are in a very comfortable position to continue the journey. Now, you said, okay, I am ready for that. Then he said, well, you are ready for this. Now, the journey is not just simply sitting. You need to somehow shut down things that you don't need it. Less luggage, make journey more comfortable, like in Indian Railways. What I have to do? I have to bring the Laya Prakriya. I need to shut down things I don't need it. So you saw in the 13th mantra, Yached Vang Manasi Prajnas, Yached Jnana Atma. So you Panchakosha Ignition. So that means body is not there. So the words go into my mind, the mind goes into my buddhi, the buddhi goes into my Mahat, universal consciousness, that goes into the Avyaktam, Avyaktam goes into the Parabrahma, Shandatmani. So we saw all that. So then Yamaramana thinks, okay, Nachiket is a bright student. He knows everything else. I've given this journey with a lot of complexities. Is he able to do it? So I must encourage him. So I must motivate him. So what he did next mantra, he said, arise, awake, approach the Guru, serve him, get it through. So we saw this mantra last class. We saw the Tvartam for it, but take it in a simple way. When you preach, no, I tell, okay, you have to go to Himalayas, you need to be fit, you must be able to run for 40 minutes, no, you must be able to carry 10 kilograms, you must be able to still with the water, all that I say, and then you say, should I really go? I'm not sure I'm fit for it. Then I'll say, well, if you are not fit for it, go away. Then that is not a good mentoring, good Guru Sishya connections. I give you all these hardships to you so that you can prepare yourself. He says, like a racer's judge, it said, prepare for that. But then, if you know how to do it, then the teacher would say, don't worry, get up. Tomorrow morning, 5 o'clock, meet me in my house. We go for a jog. You go to the gym, you push some weight. Let me see what you're eating. Cut it out. So what you're doing now, you got up, you are raising, you're going to the Acharya, the Guru, you serve him. And serve here is not serving him, but serving yourself by serving him, by giving him his instruction, following his instruction. Shraddha, basically. So we saw that in the last class. Then we have 3 more to go, 15, 16, and 17. The 15 is going to tell you the Jivan Mukti. The 16 is going to say Advaita Anupati. And the 17, exactly for you and I, well, I don't even know how to go about all this. Give me another chance. What can I do? So he's going to give you how you can get the best of everything by facilitating Veda Vicharam, Veda Vidya Vilasam, propagation of Vedas. So that's how we're going to. So let's take. So we saw the last class, Uttishta, Jagrada, Prapyavaran. So we saw it last time. Now go to the next one, 15. So this mantra is going to repeat. See, normally in a good presentation, good skills, when you start with something and then you tell them what you started with, it indicates that you are trying to converge, conclude. So what he talked about the Atma Swarupa Lakshanam early in the mantras, he's going to bring it back. Ashabdam, asparsham, rupam, abhyayam, pradarasam, nityamaganda vachayat, anatyanandam, mahadaparam dhruvam, nichaya, tvan mrityamukat pramuchyate, ashabdam, asparsham, arupam, abhyayam, pradarasam. I am going to take this internal journey. By practice, now able to be in a kind of a mode where I can lose this world. Please don't think it is Herculean effort. It is very simple if you put a great desire in that. See, desire is bad, right? I always say. But desire is not bad. There's Shraddha also a desire. But desiring on the highest pursuit is. So when you read a book, or when you are watching or conversing in a Facebook or something with your interesting partner, the trains go by, you don't care. Somebody at the door, you don't know. Your daughter has come and ate the food and she gone out. You didn't realize it. What happened? You detached from that into this because you are able to really withdraw from things that you don't want to know. It is a very natural ability for us to do it. But you need a trigger. So I have to really, so I say I've done it. So I'm able to sit down. I'm able to think. I'm able to do the breathing properly, slowly. Slow breathing gives me a very chitta vritti nirodham. Thoughts go through very passively, rhythmically. I keep my body straight so that I'm able to really provide the body to help in this thought process, because thought is after all, the driver of the body, and vice versa. I'm slowly able to also look at my brain or my intellect to start observing things. And then I'm using Omkara Upasana. Omkara Upasana takes away all this imagery of gods, and it just puts me, and I'm sitting like this, I go to sleep. It's not about that, don't sleep. So that's why Arjuna is called Gudakesha. He can control sleep. This is, it's not that Kumbhakarnan is therefore asleep all the time. Not physical sleep. It is sleeping from your true self. Okay. Now, okay, I am in the position now. Now, what should I look for? This is the question comes to us. What should I look for? Okay, I'm able to sit. Very. Should I look for a light that coming into my eyebrows? I saw the chakras and all those tantric upasanas. Some teachers tell me, look at this candlelight. If you keep looking at the candlelight, your eyeballs get burnt. Don't do that. Nothing you are going to see. Nothing you're going to see. Because if you're going to see something, then what you're seeing is seen as an object. You are seeing it and it is gone means it is not permanent. Oh, when I was there, I can smell. You see, even we didn't do this part in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra in the second chapter because we didn't really need that. And if you go there, it tells you when you do meditate, you will get whatever you want. When you meditate on jasmine flower, after some time, you smell jasmine flower. Jasmine is not that. When you want to eat sweetness will be there in your mouth. Now, how it is scientifically perfect? Well, what is science? All these biochemistries are triggering a sensation. Sensation is a topology of your neurons. In the neural model, it means sweetness. So the brain enjoys a sweet sensation. So it is mithyatvam. That sensation if you can create it through another means, through a coconut or through a bitter gourd, sweetness can come. So it is the training of your mind, like not in artificial intelligence, they talk about the large language model, train the thing. So the training happens in your brain all the time. So all your sensations are just a myth. So that's the reason why somebody can be there and they can enjoy everything just by sensation of it. Now, if I sense, so do I have to look for that sense? Look for the light, some magical power? Now, all this will happen to you because you are getting very sharp in your intellect. Your mind is in control. In Puranic way, the Maya is dancing in front of you. I say, look, where are you going, my child? You are my Avyakta's darling. Don't go anywhere beyond me. Wrap around you. I'll give you Ashta Siddhi. I'll make you fly. I'll make you hide. I'll give you. Or you may think, oh, you're sitting there, Sachin, you talk well. You must be a guru. You were preaching. You must have an ashram. I must follow you. Then you say, oh, I must learn more so that I can teach. No, Vedantam is not something you learn because you want to teach. No. You learn because you want to learn. Even when you teach, you teach because you want to learn. So life is to learn. So Nachiketa therefore would maybe thinking, if I sit in this posture, this kind of it's called Nididhyasana. What is it? I told you Jnana Margam. Jnana Margam are only 3 steps. Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana. Shravanam means hearing. You are now doing Shravanam. What qualification you have to do for Shravanam? Of course, you must have a purity of mind. We all have purity of mind, right? I am not perfect yet, but I think we are all lost. But when you are sitting and listening, you have bhakti and shraddha. Very important. Without bhakti, without shraddha. Bhakti on the Veda Vachanam, Guru Vakyam. Shraddha is the undivided attention, the keen desire to listen. Listening is recording as is, not analyzing, not judging, not bringing your own srishti into this. Like a child. Child grows because child absorbs. It doesn't question, at least in the early stages. So that's a Shravana. Mananam is, after Shravanam is finished, okay, this don't think as a three steps process. It's all going to be together, but just for understanding, take these different steps. So Mananam is contemplation. So I need now Vivekam. Should I drop my Bhakta and Shraddha? No. Bhakti, Shraddha is there. You bring in Vivekam. Vivekam is intellectual scrutiny. Now you say, okay, I listened to this conversation this morning. How does it compare with my experience? Is it right? Now you can compare. Oh, Ramana says this. Shankara says this. He says this. My experience is like this. My guru says this way. But I believe in a guru's vakyam. So how do I contemplate? So you have samshayam. You go back to the guru. Shravanam. Shravanam also includes question and answer. Okay. So you keep on this process. Now you say, yeah, I don't need to know anymore because this is exactly the same thing. Tat param, tat tvamasi. I need to know that. So I need to sit down. Now, when you sit down to do that, you are coming to nididhyasana. Here, what you need, you already have the bhakti, shraddha, vivekam. Now you need vairagyam. Vairagyam means not dispassion generally. It is not discarding anything that is not needed for your goal. In other words, it's the deepest desire to what you need to get through. Now, so we are in that position. There, Yamadharmanja says, my child, what you are looking for is that which is ashabdham. Shabdam means noise. Ashabdham. It has no noise. Aspasham. You cannot touch it. Arupam. It has no form. Leave the avyam for a minute. Tada arasam. Tad arasam. Arasam means arasam. Rasam means taste. Arasam. You cannot taste it. Nityam, eternal, agantham. Agandhavatsa. That means gandha means smell. Agandha means it cannot be smelled. Now you take avyayam. Avyayam means, in Sanskrit, we use the word avyayam. Indeclinable, infallible, indestructible. See, what is it basically saying? It's basically indriya gochara. It is beyond your senses. That means, please don't try to use your intellect. Give goodbye to your intellect. Just be as you are. Just be. See, if I take, you remember the Panchikaranam we talked about in the Tattvabodha. So I take this computer in front of me. It's a physical one. It's made out of materials of the world, Prithvi. So I destroy it. So say I burn it. So it is destroyed, but before destruction, I can take it and smell it. I can touch it, I can feel it, I can see it, I can see the form of it. Everything is good. All the five senses can smell it. Once I burnt it, the form is gone. Okay, you may still there's some ashes there. I put the ashes and put into the water. It's gone. Oh, it's still a muddy water is there. Well, I boiled the water. The water is gone. Oh, it's gone as a steam. Yeah, it's in the steam. The steam disappears into the space. So you can see the Prithvi has got all the material objects, has got all the five senses: form, taste, smell, touch, everything. But Prithvi, the world submerged in the water. Water is 3/4, right? Water has got everything except smelling. Agandhatvat. Water is smellless. The water is consumed by the fire, which is fire is a sukshmam of water. Fire has a form. Fire takes a space. Fire can be heard. Fire can be touched, but it is neither smelling nor tasting. It's got a form. But the fire is oxygen and hydrogen, air. So when it is decomposed, deconstructed into the molecular level, it is air molecules. You can't see them. The form has gone, but you can feel it. The breeze and embraces you. So you see that touch is there. But once it is gone, the air is gone. When you go to the vacuum atmosphere, there is only the Shabda Swarupam in Akash. Someone asked me during the Tattva class, how can you say space if there is no air? That means a vacuum, and then it is Shabdam only. But physics say in vacuum, sound doesn't travel. Well, that is true, but it is that way science is a bit elementary here, because there the sound is the sound that you hear, the audible sound. But the sound you hear, see, we hear in the ears, it's because the sound waves as a sparsam in you. The touch, if the sound waves don't touch your ears, you cannot hear that. So sparsam, which is the air's quality that propagates your audible sounds to you. But the nadam, the shabdam is always there, whether you hear it or not. In a physical term, it is electromagnetic radiation. See, we are tracing the satellite we sent to the sun. Sun is, no, that satellite is flying far beyond the atmospheric places, right? But we can send telemetry data, we can communicate with it. How does the shabdam goes in there? It's vacuum all the places. Because that is the pure shabdam. So just to sideline. So, okay, that is the computer you're talking about. What about me? My body is exactly the same. Panchabhutam is my body. It is burnt, gone. Then there's a water molecule inside. Then there's a fire inside, in the form of prana. Is a vayu is inside. Then there is a space. Hridaya kasam. Puranas talk about in the hridayam, there is a small space like your thumb size, that empty space, that's where your consciousness is there. Don't dissect your heart to find out that, because this is all figurative. This is all giving you some sort of orientation. Right? That's why in Vedas, in Veda mantras, there is no worship of Rama, Krishna, Shiva. Only mention and devotion karmas to uh, Prithvi, Bhuma, Apaka, Chandra, Agni, Vayu, Surya, Aditya. That's, then you have Indra, who is the Jiva. The words of Vishnu, Shivam, all this qualification later become the Puranic gods and deities, because what is in a name? What is in a god? It's just a name. What is Rama? Just a word. But then you bring in divinity to the word by personification of an avatar Purusha into this. So we build, right? So here it means, it says, look, this is like this. Adhyayam, it cannot be destroyed. Dhruvam, you take the nityam with dhruvam. Dhruvam nityam. Dhruvam nityam means, nitya means forever. Why you say dhruvam nityam? If you take Ganges runs forever. River Thames forever it runs. So it is also nityam. But can you ever enter into the same river again? No, because river is flowing. So when you put the first step, the second step, when you go, there's a different river because it is flown. That snapshot is different. That is Pravaga Nityam. This Maya is a Pravaga Nityam. It's keep on changing. But it is not real because you cannot capture it. It is not in the present. The moment you say it's present, it becomes a past. Contrary to that is a Dhruva Nityam. Dhruvam Nityam is that which does not change. It is that person who enters into the river, seeing the river is gone. But I am here. That Aham Brahmasmi, that Sachidananda Swarupam I am, is Dhruvam Nityam. And then he says, Anadi Anantam. Anadi, Nadi means beginning, Adi, and Adi. There is no beginning, no end. That means, this definition means everything in this world, including Ramachandra Murti, Krishna Paramatma, Jesus Christ. Everything you worship is, any Shaguna Brahman you worship ends. Because I know I worship, I know I create this God. So, but this is something which is beyond that, Atma. Now, I use the very loose term here. I create this God, I create this world. No, that I is the Maya Shakti. In me is Ahankaram, my avidya. In Ishvara, it is Maya Shakti. So there is a kind of creation idea is there. Something comes in, something goes. That is happening by the power of Ishvara. I create my thoughts about you. Today one thought, yesterday one thought. By power of Maya, this is avidya. So this creation happens, but the Sakshi Bhudam, the Atma, is Anadi Anandam. So Shankara gives another definition to this. That means it is neither born nor it creates. This is Gaudapada's Tattvam, Ajatavad. That means nothing is born, nothing is created. Hey, everything I see. But then you are in the perspective of Maya. But when you are in this Andaratma stage, Ekam Satyam, Advaitam Anubhuti, nothing is created. Shivam. That means it does not create anything. Nothing is created. So what's the point of it? It's a jadam. It's just savam. That's what it appears to us, right? Depending on where you sit from there. But without it, nothing happens. Sun does not give you light. But sun is light. The mere existence of sun makes light. The mere existence of Shivam makes Shakti emancipate. So Ambal is called Vimarsha Rupini. You know, just now we heard this Slokam, you know. We say Lapte, Bogam, Lapte, Shuke, all that kind of. So all this kind of Bogam, Shukam, all this you gain in that plane of Maya. No problem, you can enjoy it. But if you know that that is not real, you are real, then you are okay. That's what it means from Nityam. So, Nichaya, so by knowing this very clearly, that person, what happened to him? Mrityu pramuchyate. Beautiful. Yamadharmaraja is saying this. If you know this fact, the truth, then you or that person, mukat means jaws. From the jaws of the death, you know, himself he talks about. Pramuchyate. You go away. You are free from this. So he has given the answer. That means you are eternal. You will not die. Then, next one. Nachiketam ubhacyanam mrityu sanadhanam uktva shuddva chamedhavi brahmaloke mahiyate. So now he is giving. Now if you are in that, now you understand Nachiketa. Now he is making, I think maybe a Shruti statement it is. What happens to him? What's the prayojanam of it? Nachiketam upakyanam. Nachiketa means, in Sanskrit grammar, if you understand this, Nachiketa means that which was acquired by Nachiketas. This is not Nachiketas. Whatever Nachiketas has attained, what has he attained? By all this, the Atma Jnanam. So, Nachiketam, that means the Atma Jnanam attained by Nachiketas. Upajnanam. Upajnanam means upatesam. Yakyanam, the word Yakyanam means, I won't go into etymology more. Yakyanam means good knowledge, perfect knowledge. Vyakyanam. Vyakyanam means elaboration of good knowledge, elucidation. Anything I can do a Vyakyanam on artificial intelligence, something like that. I can do Vyakyanam on how to make butter cake. That's Vyakyanam, a complete knowledge about something. When it's Upajnanam, the Upashaptam comes to the nearness. Upavasam, Upadesham, Upasanam, superior and near. So that means you are near the teacher and learn from the teacher. That's one meaning. But it is about something that is closer to you. It is about the Atma Jnana. So Bhajnana is Atma Jnana. So that Atma Jnana which Nachiketas has got, and who has he got from? Mrityu Proktam. Proktam means revealed. Mrityu Proktam. This taught by the Yamadharmaraja. So all the same thing. Jnanam is given in so many ways. What Nachiketas got, what this Upajnanam taught by Lord of Death, Yamadharmaraja, Sanathanam. Sanathanam means eternal, ever fresh. It means it doesn't end. Also, it means Guru Parampara. See, today we are listening to this Upanishad. Maybe because we listened to this in the last Janma. Maybe we have not completed listening last Janma. We are listening now. Maybe next Janma we listen it. So this is imperishable. That's the reason why, see, that means Kotana Koti Janmas, So many rishis have read the same verses, same meaning. So you have to be very careful when you're reading the Veda mantras. Of course, when you do the Jnana Vicharam, we can sit down and read a book and all that. But when you do recitation, just mantra you say it, then you should do it with the reference, with the protocol. We are okay. We are just understanding it. So, okay, what happened to the Jnanam? Third line, Uktva Shutva Cha Metavi. Cha means and. The va suffix means either you do or if you do, perhaps. Uktva. Uktva means by telling, by teaching. Shudva, by listening. That means some may listen, some may teach, some may listen and then teach, some may teach and listen, whatever. That means you propagate that you are a meta, metavi. Metavi means a jnani. So what happened to him? Brahmaloke mahiyate. So he is, mahiyate means he is glorified in Brahmaloka. No. This is not a Brahmaloka that we saw in the first Adhyaya where you can do Swarga, then you go to Satyaloka or Brahmaloka. It's another place. No. This is where I think the Sanskrit is so rich. The Niruktam, the etymology is different. Bhagavan here says Brahmaloki means Brahma eva loka. That means Brahman itself is loka. That means you become the Brahman and you are worshipped by others as Brahman. That means in this world, as I live in this body, when I am involved in this Atma Jnana Vritti and then get the anubhuti of it, everyone treats me as a Brahman. Sadashiva Parabrahman, Ramana Maharishi, Mahapariva. You say all those things because you see them as Brahman. That means you are a Jivan Mukta. So this is the Jiva Mukti Ragasyam is given in the 16th mantra. Okay. Now we go to the 17th mantra, last one. I think I'll take maybe 5 minutes extra to finish it off. Ya imam paramam guhyam shravayet brahma samsati. Prayata Shraddhakaleva Pradanyathyaya kalpate. Pradanyathyaya kalpate iti. Okay, here it comes to escape clause, the global denominator clause. Well, teacher, I tried my best. I've been coming to all the classes, listening to it. Maybe my Chitta Shuddhi is not there yet. Maybe my Ahankaram has not gone out yet. I don't know. It like I'm not able to hold on to it. Or even if I hold on to it, I'm not attaining Jivan Mukti. So what happens to me? Then he says, fine. Yaha, whoever, imam paramam guhyam. Imam means this. Paramam guhyam. Guhyam means param means supreme. Guhyam means the secret. So whatever Yamadharmaraja has given, whatever we are exchanging between ourselves, is a great secret. It is secret not because I'm telling it's still not known. It's because it's complex to understand. It can be only experienced. So this secret, Shravayet. So this Vibhakti tells, I mean by doing, because of doing what? Because of making it available to be heard, either by reciting or by arranging for recitation, or either learning the padarthas or arranging to learn the padarthas. You understand? So if you even organize for the Veda Jnanis or Veda Adhyapakas to come and recite Veda mantras without knowing a single word's meaning of it. So if you arrange for them to recite, for others to listen to, and you listen to, when? Shraddha Kaleva, maybe during the Shraddha. I think maybe people took it, say, therefore they started reciting Kathopanishad in Shraddham, in the death places. Shraddha means Shraddham. Here it also means Shraddha. Wherever you have the Shraddha, that's what it means. When you have the Shraddha, when you find the amicable time, when you have a time where the Shraddha can come together, or at least physically in the Shraddham at home. So if you do that, what do you do? Brahma Samsati. Brahma Samsati means in the presence of Brahmanas. So immediately you jump. It's caste system, the Varnashrama Dharma here comes in. Now, Brahmana here is Upalakshanam also. Upalakshanam means Ityadi. That means Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. That means all the Varnas. That means all the Astikas who have taken a vow to follow a certain Dharma. That means in the presence of righteous people. You can take that meaning. Or you can take the meaning of where the Brahma Yajnam happens, where there are Yajnam happens, where there are rituals happen, holy rituals happen. So in nice place, that's what it means. There, what do you have to do? Prayadaha is important. Prayadaha means as a pure person. With purity is, of course, saucham, your external body purity is needed, of course, but in internal purity. So this is the very this is the if you examine that question, I always find guilty because I'm not pure, because I lied. I get anger sometimes. You know, I'm not a perfect person, but how can I get purity? Now, when you start pleading that I am impure, please make me pure, that itself is a purity. Because you assumed, you agreed that you need purity, and you also come to the conclusion that you need an external sweep of grace from somebody to make me pure. Therefore, with all my ashuddham, I plea for the purity. So with that plea, I enter into this. Because you see, how am I able to tell you this Upanishad mantra, little knowledge I have? How am I able to hear that? Am I pure? No. But then you have this prayer. So that itself makes you as a prayataka. You are pure. Fine. So you in the Shraddha Tad Anantyaya. Tad Anantyaya Kalpade. That very act that you do, Anantyaya means Anantyaya, without any end, endless Kalpate reason. It becomes an endless reason for what? To attain the Atma Jnana. So what is the meaning of this 17th mantra? I have to take the Jnana Margam. I must do Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. I must understand the truth of it. That understanding will put me in a kind of upasana. Then I become a good person in the Jnana Nishtha. It liberates me. But until such time, because my understanding capacity is not there yet, I would facilitate in satsang for such vijnāpanam, such ubhajnanam, such recitation. Just by doing that, either at the Shraddha time or wherever Shraddha is there, by consistently doing that, I attain the never-ending benefit. What is the never-ending benefit? There's only one thing that is never-ending. Sanatanam is what? Atma Swarupam, Atma Anubhuti. That I'll get. Tadu Anantyaya Kalpate iti. So it repeats second line again. In those days, there's no printing, there's no writing. So how do you know something ends? So in Sanskrit, there's no full stop, comma, and all that kind of stuff. So if you repeat the same phrase twice, that means it comes to an end. Tadantaya kalpate, tadhanantaya kalpate. That means that comes to an end. So this completes the Tridiya Valli of Pradhama Adhyaya of Kathopanishad. Iti Kathopanishad Pradhama Adhyaye Tridiya Valli. So we recite the two Shanti mantras. Maybe if there is an appetite for us to continue more, we may take the second chapter. The second chapter got some 48 slokas in 3 vallis. The second chapter, Kathopanishad, some say Kathopanishad is finished here, but some say no, second chapter is also part of Kathopanishad. Doesn't matter. But it gives you very useful thing. It gives you Atma Swarupa Jnanam, Atma Swarupa Lakshanam, and it gives you some sadhanas. See, there is nothing to say, but it comes in different way. It says because some form will catch your mind. That's what it is. So we will see what we can do. Maybe if you're interested before this break this year, if we have time, we can have one class for Q&A or just exchange, just to clarify any doubt. Otherwise, we complete it. So we do this Shanti Mantra, 2 Shanti Mantras and finish it. Om Shakana Bhavatu.
Om
Sakanau Punattu.
Sahanau Bhunaktu.
Sakaviryam Karavavahai.
Mahaviryam Karavavahai.
Tejasvinavadidamastu.
Tejasvidhavaditamastu.
Ma Vidvishavahai.
Mavidvishavahai.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam.
Purnat Purnamudachyate
Purnat Purnamudachyate.
Purnasya Purnamadaya
Purnasya Purnamadaya.
Purnameva Vasishyate.
Purnamevavasishyate.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Harihi Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Brahmarpanamastu.
Shri
Thank you.
Varmaatmamastu.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Raj.
Thank you.